Hi students, so today we are going to go over English words that sound the same, but they are different words. So the first one we're going to talk about is here and here. So this here is like if you're listening to somebody, like I can hear you, I can't hear you. It means that it's talking about listening. But when you say this word here, it's talking about place, like I am here. Now these two words are accept and accept. So there isn't, even though they're spelled different, there isn't like a different way to pronounce them. They both are pronounced the same way, but they mean different things and they're spelled differently. So this first one, accept, it means that another way to say it is that it's take, right? So if the store says we accept credit card, we accept credit cards, it means that they take credit cards. You can pay with a credit card. Or if you're looking at your phone, you'll see that it says, decline or accept. Decline means to hang up. Accept means that you're going to take the phone call, right? You're going to answer the phone. So that's what accept means. And this word right here, accept, it means, I showed a picture of this sign, no pets except service animals. It means that when you use the word accept, it means that it's, I thought of a way to explain this, but now I can't remember. Um, so it says no pets, right? But then it says except service animals. So that just means that no pets are allowed, but service animals, animals that like help people, are allowed. So except just means that you can have, it's the thing that doesn't count, right? Except, so like you could say, oh, I guess for this one, it's, except is like, it's uh, they're allowed, they don't count type of thing. So like for example, when they talk about masks, they say everybody needs to wear a mask except for children. I think it's under one. Is it one or two? I can't remember. But they say, oh, except these people. It means that those people don't count, right? The rules don't apply to them. So that's what accept means. Now this one is pretty easy, buy and buy. So you can buy your groceries, that's this one, and then you can wave goodbye to somebody, right? You could say bye, bye. That's, they're different. So buy is like talking to somebody and buy is like buying groceries. Now these two, break, break. This break, it can be like you are taking a break at work, right? So you can take a break at work, or you can break something. You can break a glass. Now, the other break, this break, is like the brakes on a car, right? Or if you say, oh, you need to brake, it means to like stop, right? You stop the car. You slowly stop it. So there's like brake on a car, brake on a bike, that kind of stuff. But then the other break is like, I am going to take a break, right? It means that you're going to rest for a little bit. Or if you break something, it means that you like cracked it or you damaged it. Now, piece and piece. Piece, it just means it's a part of a whole. So when you have a piece of cake, it means it's a little bit of something that there's more of. When you use a piece of a puzzle, it means that it's one thing of something that there's more of. But when you talk about peace, this piece, it's like calm. It's peace. It means that there's no fighting, that things are calm. So this one, so stare and stare. So when you say stare, it's just one of these, right? I tripped on the stair. But if you say stairs, it's multiple. So it's all of these are the stairs, right? And this kind of stare, it just means to like look at something, right? So you can stare at the wall, you can stare at a person, you can stare at the TV. It just means to look at in a way that's like very focused and you're looking at it for a long time. And sometimes people think of staring as a bad thing. Like when I was a kid, my mom would say, don't stare at people. Do not stare at people, which means don't just like look at somebody and not look away from them. It's like looking at somebody for a long time. Now, these two, raise and raise. So you can have raise. This one is like raise your hand, right? Like raise your hand. Or it can be a raise, like at your job. Like I got a raise means that you are getting paid more money. They are going to pay you more money. Raise is just a verb that we use that means to lift. So if you raise your hand, it means you lift your hand. If you get a raise at your job with your money, it means that your money is lifted. You get more money. Now this one, raise, is what we use to talk about these things like sunlight rays. When you can see the light in like lines like this, it's called a ray, sun rays. Rays are also an animal. We use it to describe these animals in English. We call them rays. Now, bear and bear. Now, bear, this one is an animal. This bear, this word right here, means to not be wearing anything or not be covered. So for example, your feet are bare, right? It just means that you don't have any shoes or socks on. Ate and ate. So ate is a verb and it's the past tense of eat. So we eat lunch, we ate lunch. Ate means to eat, right? Ate is just the past tense of eat. And this word, eight, is like the number 8. I and I. So when you say I, it means you, right? It means you're talking about yourself when you say I, right? And then this I means the body part. It's talking about the one body part. So when you say eyes, it means both of them. I looked at her in the eyes. It means you were looking at both of them. But if you just say I, it just means one of them. The next one is flower and flower. So flower, this one, is like the plant. This flour is like what you cook with. It's ground up wheat. And it's what you use to make like cakes and like breads, tortillas, pitas, like that kind of stuff. Like it's what you use to make it with. So this one's the flour, it's the powdery stuff, and this one's the plant, flour. 4 and 4. So 4, this one, we know it's a number, right? This 4 is what we use in English to connect words, right? To know what they're talking about. So for example, here is a gift for you. It means that it can mean that you have something and you have it and you want to give it to somebody particular, to somebody specific. But again, 4 has lots of different definitions, right? We can use it in different ways in English, like we've talked about. So for example, you can say, I will be gone for 2 weeks. It means that you're talking about time. So between this time and this time, you're going to be gone. So that's what 4 can mean. Hour and hour. So when you use this word hour, it means that you're talking about something that you own with other people. So for example, this is our house. It means that the house belongs to the family. This hour with the H, it means it's talking about time. So from, I don't know why this clock only goes to 10. That's not right. It's a weird clock. It's supposed to go to 12, but an hour is, you know, from 1 to 2 is an hour, right? Mail. So you can have mail, which is the little envelopes, the little paper that you get in your mailbox, right? It's sent to you. And then there's mail. Mail is what we use in English to describe biological sex, meaning like what kind of bodies people have, I guess. So we have female and male. And male can be used to not only describe humans, like if you say, oh, it's a male bathroom or it's a male dressing room, it just, we use it to talk about, oh, it's men, right? But we also can use male to talk about other animals. So you can say a male lion or a male deer. It just means it's the it's like the boy version, right? Rather than the females, the ones that don't have the babies, I guess is is how you would describe it in English. So then you have meat and meat. So this meat right here is all of this, right? The meat you buy at the grocery store. But this meat means like you meet somebody for the first time. It means that um, you get to know somebody for the first time. Or you can use it to say, I am going to meet my friends for lunch. It means that you're going to go someplace and they're also going to go to that place and you're going to go at the same time. That's what meet means. Another way to use meet. Now this one is right and right. So right can mean like correct, right? Right. Right can also be a direction, right? So you have left and you have right. And right is this way. And this is how you spell that direction. But if you spell it with as W-R-I-T, right is a verb. So you will write, I am writing, right? One and one. So one, this one is a number. This word that says one, it's the past tense of win. It's a verb. So he wins a medal. He won a medal. So won is the past tense of win, right? So that's what this one is. And this one is the number. Wait and wait. So this wait, it means that you're like sitting and you are waiting for something. You wait for the bus. You wait at the doctor's. This wait, kind of confusing. It has a GH in here, but you'd pronounce it as wait. So the GH is silent. It doesn't make a sound. Wait. So weight can mean how much you weigh, how heavy something or somebody is. Or when you say weight, it could mean like the noun weight. It's the thing that people exercise with. Where and where. So this where is what you use. It's a verb to describe the clothes somebody has on. So when somebody asks, well, what are they wearing? It means what kind of clothes do they have on? When you use this where, it's the question word that we use for place. Where are the keys? Oh, the keys are on the table. So where is talking about a place. It's asking where something is, right? The place where something is. And where is talking about clothes. Board and board. So this board, right, is the past tense of the verb bore. It means that you're spacing out, you're not excited, you're not really listening, you're just bored, right? You don't want to study anymore, or you think that the TV show you're watching is boring. It means it's not exciting. Board, this one is like a whiteboard. It's the things that you draw on or the things that you put things on. Flew and flew. So this flew is the past tense of fly, right? I fly back home, I flew back home. Flew is the past tense. This flu is like the sickness. It's like having a cold, having the flu, right? It just means that you're sick. It's the sickness. It's the name of the sickness. It's the flu. Now, hi and hi. So this hi is like you're waving hi to somebody. It's a greeting that we use in English. This hi is talking about location, right? So low means down at the bottom, high means up at the top. So if a cat is high in a tree, it means that it's up at the tall part, right? It's not at the bottom part. Or you can use it to describe like water or other things like that. Like high water means that it's a lot of water. It's more water than normal. It means that you have to be careful. High water is like tall water, more than usual. Hole and hole. So this hole is like a hole in the ground or a hole in the wall. This hole, like we talked about piece, piece is this is a piece of pie, and this is the whole pie. Whole means like complete. It means all of it, the entire thing. So for example, if somebody says, "Did you eat a piece of the pie?" You could say, "I ate the whole thing," if you ate all of it. So whole is just all of it. Week and week. Now we know that this week means that it's like a calendar week. Monday or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's a week, right? This week is describing somebody, right? It's describing something. So if you say that somebody's weak, it means that they aren't very strong. It means that they can't lift up things very well. If you say that something is weak, it just means it's not strong. So for example, if somebody said, "Oh, that's a weak perfume," it means that it's not a strong smell, right? Your and your. So this your is what we use when you're talking about something somebody owns, something that belongs to somebody. So your dog, it means the dog belongs to you. But this your is you are, it's a contraction. So you're just saying the words you are. You are going is the same as you're going for this one. Okay, now this one's, oh, I need to move my little camera. So we have 2, 2, and 2. So I am going to the store. It means it's the direction that you're going, right? This to means also. I work here too. It means I work here also. Two, there are two people, means it's a number, right? It means two people. It's a number. It's what we use to count. Now this one, aisle, aisle, and aisle. It's hard. This aisle is I will. We use it in sentences, right? I'll be back, right? This aisle is like at the grocery store. It's what we use to talk about something that it's a place that you can walk that has two things on either side that you can't walk on. So there's an aisle at the grocery store. When people talk about getting married, they say walking down the aisle, right? An aisle at the church. And then there's this aisle, which just means island. This is, it just is used, the word we use for like islands. You could say, "Oh, the Isle of Wight," or the Isle of Skye. It just means it's an island. There, and there. So this there is talking about place. It's talking about location. I left it there, right? This there is again what we use to talk about something somebody owns, something that belongs to somebody else. Oh, that is their drink, right? And then you have this there, which is they are. They are coming or they are here. It's a contraction. Okay, and